I don't know, just been taken a little bit again by Pema Chodron. And also, given our times, I think that the idea of fear is an idea that need possibly be explored. So she has a couple of things to say. This is in a talk. A further sign of health is that we don't become undone by fear and trembling, but we take it as a message that it's time to stop struggling and look directly at what's threatening us. So here she says in another time, it's really about looking with curiosity at what causes us fear. And then she says one more, fear is a natural reaction of moving closer to the truth. If we commit ourselves to staying right where we are, then our experience becomes very vivid. Things become very clear when there is nowhere to escape. And that's kind of the lessons we learn if we're practicing our 5 minutes of meditation every day or longer. Because there's no escape and we're just seeing what is so uncomfortable, what is the nature of things. Shall we start with 3 ohms? So hands together or not, your choice. Begin. So if we didn't know it already, this buzzing sound or humming stimulates the vagus nerve, which is really all of the parasympathetic, the rest and digest part of your nervous system. So even monks will make that humming sound and even rock when there needs a sense of softening. So please use these tools when you need them. Yeah? And let's begin. So let's just start in our segmented cow. So first we're practicing all 4 positions, and tell me when you can't hear me. So press down with the hands very strongly in arms so that the back rounds almost at the top. You're pushing your back to the ceiling. Breathe. From here, inhale, lift the tail up, drop the mid back, upper back, and the chin comes up and you look forward. On the exhale, begin to tilt the pelvis, navel, bra area, shoulders push, and the chin comes to the chest, the last one, hold. Inhale, tail comes up, belt buckle goes down, heart center, shoulder blades together, and then the chin comes up. And you're really stretching I like to look at it like a turtle coming out of its shell. Hold, then exhale, draw the navel back and tilt. All the way up, pushing the arms, segmenting till the chin comes under. Hold this position and press the arms down even more as you exhale again. Open the knees up and simply draw the navel back and almost down towards the heels. The arms are working. So strong, so strong. Let the neck relax and see how far you go. Soften a bit. However, keep that navel or low ribs pulling you back. From here, walk the fingers forward so you get even bigger stretch. And maybe the head comes down to the ground, maybe not. Feel the prostration of this. What would you like to give up? What struggle would you like to give up? And slowly coming up to all fours and tucking the toes and just coming to a standing or taking your down dog a little bit. I'm just going to walk up, it's your choice, and rolling. Take your time. And then we're coming to the front of the mat. And today we're keeping our sun salutation-ish with the feet hip-width apart. Okay. So we're ready. Reach the arms up. Inhale and climb with the fingers. Climb and reach and stretch your sides. Maybe bend to the right, bend to the left. Oh, I'm not sure you can see me. Funny today. And then from here, prayer position with the hands and squat back. So we're going into a squat first. All the way down, maybe the elbows on the knees. So feel that. The knees are nice and wide. Safe. Inhale, reach up. We'll do this 3 times to warm up the legs. Big inhale. And exhale. Sit back. Maybe the elbows touch the knees and you're really feeling. You can look down. A sense of calm. One more time, reaching far up. Can you touch your ceiling? Maybe. And then the buttocks and belly go so far back. You can open the mouth. Now, can you really take the belly back and extend the neck? So maybe you touch your fingers with your chin and lengthen, lengthen, and then just fall forward into your forward bend. And play here. Maybe you rock into the right hip, the left hip. Give yourself a moment to play. I'm playing a little bit today, right? The right leg is going to go into runner's lunge. So fingertips, right leg back, knee to the ground. So again, notice if the pelvic floor has dropped, so just lift that up. That means that navel area. Holding this. And then when you're ready, you're simply going to lift yourself up and just see how this feels this morning. Reach the arms slowly above. If it's something you'd like to be in a high lunge, you can, but most of us are going to be here. Open up toward your bent knee. So see what kind of a twist. If you need assistance, the right hand is on the thigh and you're pulling behind you. And exhale, coming forward. And coming down from here into inside of your ankle. And what's available, lizard of some sort, maybe to your forearm, maybe not. See what's available. I'm allowing my left knee to come out to the side. What are you doing? And then maybe I'm going to walk my hands over and look over and see if I can look past my left knee and shin to get a little twist. And then finally, this is challenging for some of us, you walk the hands around to the right, and we're going to see if we can take a half lunge the other side. So I lift up my back toes and I sit in a half malasana or squat. It's all the way down, yogic squat. And then coming back to our regular runner's lunge. Palms are down. And your choice, you can go right to down dog or child's pose to down dog. We're gonna go child's pose. But if you'd like to do your down dog right away, you can. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Then when you're here, I'd like you to really press the hands into the floor. Lift the navel back and up as much as you can. Slowly start to come forward and roll to your knee plank. So my shoulders are almost in front of my knees. Press the floor away with your hands, and we are going to lower for 5. If you'd like to take your full plank, you can. So again, squeeze the shoulder blades first, elbows go back for 3, 2, and 1. Interlace the hands behind your back, and first find your shoulder blades. Can you squeeze them more together? Maybe rock side to side. Can you pull them down your back? Then maybe lift your hands off of your buttocks and squeeze again the shoulder blades. Inhale to lift for a forward locust. Not a lot of work, just holding here, breathing. Maybe lengthen the neck, point the toes. And slowly lower down. Release the interlace and place the palms on the floor and keep walking the fingers towards the toes. Energize your entire body for just lifting locust with the lower body. So you can do one leg or both. Start to lift both legs and lift them up. And if that's challenging, maybe bend the knees. That's fine too. And slowly release. Place the hands by your breasts. Roll the shoulders back. Come up to a full plank or knee, your choice. Exhale. Go through your down dog or child's to down dog. So you can take a child pose through to your down dog or directly. You're just seeing what you need to do today. So it's that left leg again that's going to come forward in between the hands. Lower the knee. Maybe the back foot down and come up to torso upright. Reach the arms. How about a twisting toward that knee? Notice we don't want to jam that shoulder, so if it's too much, just place the hand on the knee. Give yourself some space. You're twisting toward it. Arms can be open or not. And then coming back to the floor on the inside of your ankle and see what range you have. I like the idea of opening up that knee sometimes and coming down maybe one side. And then see if you can walk around that bent knee and look behind the shin. And then walk the other way. Turn and look at the foot first, and then lift yourself up to bend in that half squat. Hopefully I have the right leg, didn't I? And then coming back to your lunge, runner's lunge, looking up. Standing forward bend on inhale. Exhale, allow yourself to bend deeply. And exhale. And then walk your feet again hip width. Take your big squat with the feet wide, hands in prayer, and inhale to come up. Reach the arms above your head. Maybe arch back. And come to center. We'll do it one more time, but a little quicker, yeah? Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, bend forward. Exhale, bend forward. Plant the fingers. Lunge back with the right leg this time. Coming all the way up with the torso. Let's twist toward the knee. Inhale, coming up. This time we'll just come down to lizard. And place the hands on each side of the foot. Downward facing dog or child's to downward dog. And here, just add on extending to one three-legged dog. Take one of the legs that's comfortable, take it up and play. You can round, bend the knee, take the knee to the wrist, whatever feels comfortable. Remember, it's your practice. And coming down, other side. The more we listen to our own body instead of our mind, the felt sense, we're more connected. And then either come to your plank and go all the way to up dog, or go to the knees and lower all the way down, shoulder blades together. And take some form of a cobra. And lower. Locust. So either you can take the hands behind the back or not. Remember, we're just practicing what it feels like to try different movements while we're in here. And down. Hands under the shoulders, roll them back, tuck the toes, knee plank or full plank to downward dog. Left leg forward or right, whichever it was. Knee down and come on up. You know, we don't usually do this so much in our class, right? And then twist toward the leg. Come to lizard. So just getting a little deeper bend. Hands on each side. Ready to come to standing forward bend. Inhale up. So really feel your bend before we do the squat. Let the head go. Notice if your shoulders are moving toward the floor, maybe release them away from your ears. Step your feet a little wider. Come to a deep squat. Hands can be here or here, whatever's comfortable. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale. Stand and maybe close your eyes. Gentle today. Good. Let's try our tree pose. So the way we're going to practice it is hands on your hips. Right knee comes up. Internally rotate the leg and then place it. Okay, let's try that. So lift the right knee, internally rotate to activate the hip, and then bring it right onto the leg. Reach the arms either side or up and begin to really stretch in your standing side. Press the knee that's bent down to the floor and see if you can find stillness. Make it a little more challenging. Let's place the ankle over the knee and see if we can bend a little bit to get some strength in that leg. So it's a number 4, breathing in, breathing out, and then release. Other side, knee comes up, hands on the hips or whatever. Take that foot inside, activate that standing hip, and then place it on the leg. Notice that the energy is pulling down, so pull yourself up. So this is what we do when there's fear as well. We see what direction the energy is taking us and say, that doesn't feel right. What can I do in this moment? And then release. And then number 4, standing. Hands can be in front, side, whatever works for you. Breathing. And release. Let's take a couple of standing poses, and I'll do them sideways. Take the legs wide, turn the right out, And we're going to go from side angle to triangle. I like the hand on the head because it allows me to use the elbow. So simply practice going into side angle just on the inside 3 times, maybe touching the fingertips to the floor. This time when you go in, hold, look up at the elbow and straighten the bottom leg, seeing if you can separate all of your limbs. If you'd like to extend the top arm now, you can, and reach. Press the back foot and inhale up. Other side, turn in right and left. Side angle 3 times, hand behind the head if that's comfortable or on the shoulder. Sliding down. So remember, even though you're watching and listening to me, can you be in your body? That's what's so stinky about this video. Last one, all the way down, and start to go into your triangle, straightening the leg. Reach the arm up, push the feet away from each other very strongly, and inhale up. Turn the feet in and step your feet together. Feel the effects. So let's take some variations for Warrior One. You know, I did add to this a little bit because I wanted to make it easy to go in. So I'd like us to do preparation for Warrior Three into Warrior One. So the left leg's back, and I'll just be leaning forward like so, and then I'll come up, okay? So take your high lunge on the right, reach forward over that front leg, and your head is down, your fingers are reaching quite far, and straighten the back leg as much as you can. Inhale to come up to your Warrior One, and maybe put the back foot down if you'd like, your choice. Breathing. Arms to the side, we're going to add on. And take side stretch or pyramid pose. You can either keep your hands on your back or take a namaskar behind you. Press into the back foot very strongly and start to again feel as though I was pulling you forward as your navel is going back. Slowly. If you need to bend that knee, please bend the knee. Not a problem for today or any day. Can you lengthen your neck? And then we're going to figure out what kind of a revolved triangle we can go into. Some people will go right into their revolved triangle. Others will bend the front knee and maybe take the elbow on the outside and twist. Then they can put the left hand on the floor and maybe start to straighten that front knee. Breathing. So you can keep that front knee bent if it's more comfortable. And slowly coming up and step forward. Feel the heart beating. That's you. Step back with the other leg. High lunge-ish. And then we simply reach forward as much as we can. Again, real slow today. Holding that. And notice the lack of attention in the body. So can you stretch even more? Heels going back, fingers going forward. And then slowly coming up with the torso to Warrior One. Shift the back foot down if that works for you. Feel this pose, maybe looking up. And then place the hands on the hips for side stretch. So adjust the back foot, straighten the front foot, and begin to again lean forward. If you need to bend the front knee for stability, go ahead. But you're again pulling the navel so far back that it's going to lay on the thigh. Namaskar for the hands, or just grab your elbows. And then when you're ready, begin your revolve triangle. So I'm going to bend my knee just to practice today and do a revolve with prayer position, side angle, and then place the right hand down and begin the stretch. So again, we've practiced this before. You can pump. So I can just pump here. Just a few if I need to. Hands on the inside, just give a little pumping before you hold. And then the arm can be up, it can be here, but I'm okay with the leg bent. That's really fine, just try your twist. And then to come out, you either stand forward or de-revolve and come out. Let's take one forward bend. So grab the elbows and down. So quiet today, right? So you're calming. And also what I forgot was when you're doing an inversion, which we're going to do, it's good to do a little bit of an inversion first, like this. Get the blood flowing to the head. Okay. So come on down, and you're going to choose to do your headstand or headstand prep. So if you need a wall, find your wall. Otherwise, you're simply, I'll do a prep today. So the most important thing is to, either way, is to push the shoulders away from the ears and again, lift the shoulders and upper back to the ceiling. Then I place my head, maybe not on the ground, and lift. So even just holding this dolphinish pose is really helpful. And you can walk your feet in. And again, drawing the shoulders up, 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 up. Deep breath. And remember, this is about your practice. So when poses don't work for you, you find something else. So wide leg forward bend is fine for this as well. I don't know if Sean is on here. Take 3 more breaths, and then you'll come to child's pose. So the headstand pose is a very energy heating pose, and it's nice in the morning time. Some of us find it okay at night, but it's good in the morning. And for your own personal practice, you know, whether you do something hanging off a couch or whatever, the inversions, it's just such a nice addition in the yoga tradition. Right? And then slowly coming up, and without much preparation because this is so short. So you can use blocks or not, but we're simply going to tuck the toes underneath for camel-ish. So first thing is I'm going to grab the tops of my buttocks, roll my shoulders back, and really push the tops of my buttocks down. Push the pubic bone forward, push the tops of my buttocks down. We practiced already squeezing the shoulder blades, and without doing anything, just look up and squeeze the shoulder blades. And keep pushing that pubic bone forward. I'm trying to really, what should I say, squeeze the bottom of the buttocks. So the bottom of the buttocks is what's getting squeezed. And then come on up. And we'll do that again and even further. If you want to take the full pose, go for it. So we're going to squeeze the bottom buttocks and begin to arch back. And keep going, keep going, keep going. And maybe you want to find your heels. That's up to you. Maybe not today. Maybe you find the bottom of your buttocks and open your shoulders even more. Breathing, 2 more breaths. Can you relax within the discomfort? And slowly coming up and sit back either on the heels with the feet tucked or not. So we also want to work on the core. Let's first take a strong plank, and then we're going to take it to a forearm plank. So find your hands and knees, and I'd like you to push so much that your knees come off the ground, so the back is really inflated. Now just walk your legs wide out, and tuck the pelvis on an exhale so much, and then hold it. Push the back up to the ceiling, keep pushing through the floor, and knees come down. Then take the forearms to the ground, we'll do the same thing. If it's more comfortable to clasp, go ahead, it's really up to you, but notice your shoulders are forward here, so pull them away is the first thing. Then spread the shoulder blades and lift the upper back to the ceiling. So I'm pressing my back to the ceiling as much as I can as I push down on the elbows and wrists. Straighten the legs wide. And now notice your whole body. Can you do cat? So round as much as you can on the exhale. Ready? Hold that round, activate your quads. Inhale. And again. Two more times. So you're really feeling the cat position and straighten your legs as much as you can. And knees to the ground. And let's see what I have time for. Yeah, so let's come on our backs because we're there. Lie on your backs, knees bend. Maybe get a little And you know, sometimes I like to do is shake my limbs. So I put them up to the ceiling and just shake, shake, shake. Just shake it out. And then coming down. Let's take a stirrup with the right foot. So grab both hands onto the bottom of the foot, the sole of the foot, and pull the knee as high and as deep as comfortable today. Shoulders on the ground. And when you're ready, begin to gradually straighten the bottom leg, if that's available to you, stretching that thigh. Some of you will like to take this into Supta Padangusthasana, which is hand to big toe, or thumb to big toe pose, and just stretch it. So that's an option, or just keep it here. Shall we try our number 4 stretch? So again, stage 1 is grab the thigh. Stage 2 is to grab the shin and pull that in. If that's not available, you can take cow face pose with the legs, crossing the knees. So now just let's take an eagle twist. So cross the right over the left, and if you can loop the shins, you can. So you're pulling over to the right, is that correct? It's your, yeah, whatever leg's on top, you're going in that direction. And then look toward the other hand. And take a deep breath in. Exhale and anchor the shoulder. Deep breath in. And spread the shoulders on the floor. And inhale coming up. Undo. And just feel the effects. Stirrup on the other side, both hands. And pull in. So another thing is the body holds fear, yeah? So when we're feeling that, some kind of physical activity is good. Some people like to do running or jumping, something more active. Straighten the bottom leg slowly. But maybe you want to do a yoga pose or so, an inversion, something to calm you down. Then you can see clearly. When there's agitation, we cannot see. You have to calm that and then ask the question, What am I so fearful of? And let's go to number 4. Again, the thigh or the shin. And it's funny that people who are working, what I hear from them is the hardest part is people are in such fear. There's so much energy, emotion. So that's why we're practicing the breathing. And the stillness. Eagle pose with a twist. So whatever leg's on top, you draw the lower body that direction. See if you can, on your exhalations, keep your shoulder blades down. Take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And undo. So before our shoulder stand or something, even this could be your pose, we'll take a active bridge pose. So feet will be maybe close to your buttocks, but I've been practicing it away from my buttocks. And I like to lift the toes up first. So lift the hips to activate the buttocks. Roll the shoulders underneath and keep lifting the hips. Then if you'd like, place your feet down. Maybe you need to walk them in. And feel the stretch of the front body. If you'd like to interlace, of course that's available. Pressing the wrists, forearms, and upper arms. And then if you know you'd like to go into plow pose, halasana, or shoulder stand, that's what you'll do now. Otherwise, you'll get a brick, a bolster or something, and place this under you right here. So if you're taking your plow pose, just take a few moments. So it's important to move into these gradually. That works for you. Notice your neck. Notice the breathing pattern. Soften the eyes. And it's short, and then we start to come down. Take a moment where you are, and then finding yourself bent knees on the ground for our breathing practice. If you'd like to sit, you can also do it sitting. This is easier for many people. So this is the breathing practice we'll be doing. Hand on the belly, hand on the chest. It's 3 counts in through the nose, 3 counts out through the mouth, hold 1, and then we do that up to 6. Here we go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1, and hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 5, 4, 1. Hold. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 6, 4, And hold. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 6. And then hold. Return to normal breathing. Release the hands. Maybe straighten the legs. See what intention you have for today. What quality? And then roll to your side. Come on up. And let's just do one closing Om. Or here, or here. One Om, inhale. Deep namaste. So good morning.